Hello, and welcome to Cracked Sisters Conspiracies. We're a podcast that covers conspiracy theories, mysteries, and all over spooky shit. My name is Jackie.
And I'm Cassandra.
And we are said sisters.
Hello.
Hello.
I can hear you and you don't sound like shit.
I know, that's great. Hopefully this sounds much better than the last two episodes.
Yes.
My bad.
Whoopsie. Technology. We've always struggled with it.
I know, right? What's up?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me. Do I look 32?
You do.
Oh.
You
As
do
we were
not.
just discussing, I was going to say, let's do a shot, but you are dry for some reason.
Only because we ran out of alcohol.
So I'm going to do a little baby shot.
A baby shot of what?
This is Jameson because Alex finished off the Jack.
Okay.
He also informed me that I forgot to go pick up my birthday cake, which I have to do after this episode.
Why do
I was supposed to get it at like 3.
Why do you have to get your own birthday cake?
Because I ordered it, and like apparently you have to come with like your ID and I don't know, I don't care.
Oh, okay. You take shots backwards and it makes no sense.
Happy birthday to me!
Happy
Cheers.
birthday to you. You're supposed to chase it, not before it.
No. I before it, drink it, then chase it.
Goodness.
I've had a very fun and successful birthday for once in my life.
Good. What did you do?
I know. Alex took me on a surprise trip to Barnes & Noble where I had 30 minutes to pick anything I wanted, but I had to get 2 puzzles, which I thought was a little strange, but I do love puzzles. Then I went to go watch the Backrooms movie.
Oh, okay.
That just came out. It was like an acid trip, but it was good. I wouldn't say it was like scary. It had jump scares for sure, but it wasn't like a horror movie, but it was really good.
Okay.
And then we came home and I opened all my presents. I got some good shit from you. Mom and Dad got me a new concealed carry for my gun, which is really pretty. And then I got from Alex, I got a puzzle board, which explains why I needed puzzles.
There you go.
And I got a metal detector, which I've always wanted.
I am so
we're
jealous.
So we got 2. So he was supposed to get one for him and one for me, but it was expensive. So he got me the big one, and then he got both of us like a $20, like not security wand, but basically that's what it looks like. Because I guess you're supposed to use the big one, you dig up, and then you use the little one to like narrow it down. So we're going to Tahoe tomorrow, and he's like, we're going to go stop off at one of the beaches there, and we're going to go see if we can find something.
He gets so many points for that. That was a fantastic,
so good.
Fantastic birthday.
I have cried because of the presents that he's got me in the past. So he has definitely learned, and I'm very excited that I have trained him so well.
You know what? Not everyone, when it comes to gift giving, not everyone knows the right approach, or, they buy you what they think you might want instead of something that you would like. If they know you well, something that would appeal to you. And so it takes an evolution.
Exactly. It does.
Not everyone is fortunate enough. So good job.
How has your day been?
It's good. I'm dragging ass though. I am so tired. I chaperoned the Universal Studios trip yesterday, which was actually a lot of fun. It was hot. We were out in the sun, but it wasn't as busy as like a Disneyland situation. We got to go on a ton of stuff, and it was it was interesting. So it was myself, Grayson's mom, or Grayson's friend's mom, excuse me. Oh, I thought a burp was coming. And then 5 tweens. So they're all like 10 to 11. God damn it. So I'm not freezing. It's just, it's right there. I can feel it.
I can tell.
And just watching the dynamics of how they interact together, like at that age, just kind of from afar is very interesting. And how
I'm sure,
just watching who groups together throughout the day, how they talk to each other. Fascinating. Long day. We didn't get home until like 8 or so, but it was
Oh, wow,
fun.
that's nice.
Yeah. I hadn't been to Universal in probably almost 20 years, so it has changed a lot since the last time I
Ah,
went.
I don't think I went since Brian visited California for the first time. I think that
Oh,
was the last time I went.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's evolved. There was more to do than I remember. It's still, like, not super exciting, but I also just don't think I really, really like amusement parks.
I know. Is there like, do they have Harry Potter World and
They
stuff right now, or
do,
what,
yeah.
like, worlds do they have?
So they have Super Nintendo World, which we went and checked out,
Mm,
which is cool. And there's a couple rides and Mario Kart stuff over there. There's Transformers. They're building out, and it's almost done, the Fast and Furious like ride.
yes, I've heard of that, okay.
There's a Simpsons land. There's
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, there's Minions area because Minions is a big thing for that studio. There's Hogwarts, wizardry,
Mhm.
whatever. Grayson loved that one.
Yeah.
Ended up with an awesome jacket from it. Um,
Oh, good.
and there's Jurassic World, there's The Mummy, like,
Oh.
yeah, there was a
I
lot.
rode the Mummy once. It was fast, and it goes backwards, and I was terrified.
We wanted to go on that was Grayson's pick, but we didn't have time to fit that one in at the end of the day. But they
It
also
would've been
have,
scary.
like, they have, like, the Waterworld stunt show, which was super
Hmm.
cool. Like, so
Oh, okay.
it was fun to go. I'm glad that I went, and, but yeah, I was
Oh,
really
good.
tired today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my topic today, do you remember what I told you?
I remember you saying that you weren't gonna disclose it because you wanted me to go in with knowing nothing, and that's all I remember.
True.
Okay, and from a
Okay,
conversation
so
3
I'm
days
doing
ago.
an experiment.
The pyramids?
I'm doing an experiment
Oh,
on
an
you.
experiment, okay.
An experiment. I need to the pyramids, no. I need to hide my camera for 1 second.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Oh, stay. Okay, it's because 'cause I'm not actually leaving.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay. Exactly.
okay. I'm a doctor, obviously.
From what, 1943?
Yes. I had a white coat, but it got taken away during the investigation that I am currently under. So, as I mentioned, I emailed you some things numbered 1 through 6.
Okay.
And so what I need you to do is you are going to starting at number 1, you're going to open it and view whatever image is inside, and you get no further explanation or details.
Okay. So
So when you're ready, open number 1.
okay, starting number 1. Oh, it's a sloth. Wanna go to Costa Rica this year, and I wanna see
Not gonna
one.
happen probably.
I probably
You
not.
have to get a house first.
Right.
Okay, so now open number 2.
Sorry.
Oh my god. I didn't tell you to do it yet.
Oh, sorry.
You scared me.
I heard number 2 and clicked, and I was very upset.
Okay. Number 3,
Am I allowed to click it?
you're allowed to click it.
Okay. Oh. Is that a dead puppy? Like a
Yes.
funeral for a dog? Oh, with an open casket? Okay.
Okay, number 4.
Why is this cross-eyed weirdo chomping down on a pixelated penis?
Does that image look familiar to you?
No, should it?
It's from, do you remember the TV show I'm Sorry? You
Oh,
would if you saw the cover art.
yes.
She, like, sent it to her friend and then, like, accidentally, like, showed the principal of her daughter's school or something
Yes,
like that.
that show is just, like, one horrific thing happening to her after another. She was hilarious, yes.
Yes, that was a good show. Okay,
Okay,
and now open number
hold
5.
on. I'm scared, I don't wanna spit take on my camera potentially. Okay, number 5. Ugh. It's like a half face on, but also sideways with, like, a weird fisheye, that's very bizarre.
I will actually post the pictures that you are looking at in real time.
Okay.
And then lastly, open number 6.
Sorry, I'm really unnerved by the eye in this when I'm looking at it sideways. Okay, number 6. I just read the caption, but
Yeah, that's all you needed.
my initial reaction was seeing his face. I'm like, smug white boy."
Oh, do you know who that is?
There was, like, a recent article about it.
Oh, I don't know
I'm
who that
fairly
is.
certain, yeah. Oh, no, not this one, the timestamp is 2017. So, the same
Oh,
story, just with someone else who looks just like
that makes more sense. Okay. Okay, so now that you have opened all 6 of the images, do you have any guess as to what experiment I was performing on you?
trying to spike my cortisol as high as possible or make me feel incredibly uncomfortable.
Not particularly. But how did each image make you feel? So the first one was the sloth. How did you feel when you looked at that?
I was happy and had warm and fuzzies, and I'm like, "Aw, so cute."
Okay. Second was Jeffrey Epstein. How did that make you
That
feel?
was the immediate scream reaction because I'm tired of
That
seeing
one scared me.
as it should. Some
How
monster.
did the dog funeral make you feel?
It was like, it made me feel confusion and then sadness, and then
Okay.
I felt myself wanting to judge, but then I had to reel that back.
Good point. Okay. The chick chomping down on a wiener. How did you feel when you saw that?
That startled me, and then it was funny, but
Okay. And then the optical illusion. That was the eye that you kept focusing on. How did that make you feel?
it was trippy because it took me a second to figure out what I was looking at, and then it made me feel unnerved because of the eye by the end of it, like, I was uncomfortable.
Okay. And then the last one, the article that you read, how did that make you feel?
Excuse me, it made me feel angry.
There was a delay. So your burp just like smacked me in the face.
Oh, it made
Okay.
me feel angry.
Okay. As I hoped. So today we are going to be covering the Carney Landis facial expression experiment.
Oh, okay.
So, I wanted to, I had written down, like, next to each, what the picture was, I had written down how I assumed you would feel
Oh, okay.
based on looking at it, and so I got them all correct. The only one, was the, I'm sorry image, the wiener one. I was going for shock or surprise, which I still think I nailed, so
You did, yeah.
Okay, so first let's talk about who Carney Landis is, because
Yeah.
that is a person who is the star of this entire, episode.
Okay.
So, there is actually very minimal information on the internet about him, but what I was able to gather, is that he was born on January 11th, 1897,
Oh,
in West Alexandria, Ohio. I know he had at least one brother named Marion, and he grew up in a rather Christian household. At some point, he was married to a woman named Laura Bronwell, and together they had one daughter named Molly Jean Landis. He studied at the Carnegie Institute of Technology, graduated from Ohio State University, and did postgrad work at Dartmouth and the University of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Throughout his career, he taught psychology at a number of colleges, including Dartmouth, University of Minnesota, University of London, and Antiquita University in Bogota, Colombia. I'm pretty sure I just mispronounced all of that. but I tried. I looked up the pronunciation, and it was the most, like, heavily accented, over the top enunciation. I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna do that, so it's just gonna sound the way it sounds."
Okay. Sorry, Columbia.
From 1926 to 1928, he was the assistant professor, and until 1930, he was the associate professor of psychology at Wesleyan University. So he was very educated. He was in a lot of different colleges, and his primary focus was psychology in all these different locations.
Gotcha.
He authored many books, including but not limited to Studies in Dynamics of Behavior, The Startle Pattern, Sex and Development, Textbooks of Abnormal Psychology, and Problems of the Human Frontal Lobes.
Hmm.
So, a little bit of backstory about him. In 1924, while working at the University of Minnesota, Landis decided that he wanted to find answers to questions that scientists had not yet been able to definitively answer. They
Okay.
had some guesses.
Sure.
So, some questions he wanted to answer were, are facial expressions universal?
Mm-hmm.
Does each emotion innately have its own facial expression?
Okay.
Does each emotion always look the same on everyone? And can others accurately identify emotions from facial expressions alone?
Oh, okay.
So at this time in history, so the 1920s, most theories about facial expressions stemmed from Charles Darwin. He did a study in 1872, and based on his study, he believed that facial expressions evolved from natural selection, because that's, his shtick.
Sure.
And that many emotions were universal, and that similar expressions were found in both humans and in animals.
Okay.
Other psychologists during Landis's time, again the 1920s, believed that certain emotions like fear, anger, disgust, joy, and surprise were biologically rooted and therefore produced the same facial expressions for everyone. Um, just off the bat, what do you believe? I know we've come a long way since the 1920s, and they kind of have proven stuff, but even then it's still a little wishy-washy. But what do you think about this topic? What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are humans are wired and we have evolved from the same, origin. So I'm not surprised that there is a lot to suggest that we all experience things very similarly, especially with like
Mhm.
facial expressions. Like there may be some variance for a number of reasons, but I think if you were to take a group of people and then have them, make it a facial expression, oh my God, a facial expression for, anger, joy, whatever, they would almost all look the same. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, Landis had a hard time accepting the theories that were floating around because it had never actually been proven.
Okay.
Darwin and everyone else, they were taking their theories from observations, conversations that they've had with people about other people, and posed photographs. So it was nothing that was like a live,
Oh,
one-on-one, very particular experiment.
oh, sure. Okay.
So, one of the popular theories at this time was the James Lange theory, which was developed by both William James and Carl Lange. And they made the argument that we don't tremble because we're afraid because we're trembling. So, they believed that something happened in the world, your body reacted, and that told your face what emotion you should be feeling.
Okay.
So, it's like you see a bear, your body, your heart rate starts quickening, you start to sweat, you get a little panicky. Those symptoms then tell your brain, based on these 5 things that you've just checked, you're afraid. So now you should be and look afraid. So that's what they believed at this time.
Okay.
I'm not really a big fan of that
I
one.
don't, yeah, I don't really like that.
And then on the contrary, there was Walter Cannon, who, with the help of his student Philip Bard, developed the Cannon-Bard challenge, which theorized that emotions and body reactions happened at the same time instead of the body reaction and then the emotion was following, which I tend to agree with. I think it's all pretty instantaneous.
Yeah.
So Landis did not necessarily agree or disagree with either of these polarizing theories, but he wanted definitive proof of something, regardless of what the facts were. So he came up with his own experiment. So the specific question that Landis wanted to answer in his experiment with proof was, if two people experience the same emotion, do they make the same facial expression?
Sure,
That was basically the one thing he wanted to focus on. So to answer this, he believed that he could trigger genuine emotional reactions and he can photograph them. And then he would be able to compare all of them and in his mind see, do they all look the same or are they vastly different?
Sure.
He tended to believe that they were all going to look the same. He kind of went in a little bit predisposed to that notion.
Okay.
So what he did is on one day, he gathered up 21 mostly college students because he worked at a college.
Okay.
There was, however, one 13-year-old boy who was included because he was on campus because he was being treated as a patient for psychological issues and high blood pressure. So the fact that he was in this experiment, probably not the best, but it's the 1920s. So what he did is once everyone was there, Landis painted like everyone's facial features with black charcoal because he wanted to very easily see the movements of everyone's face and the muscles. So it would come better like in pictures.
Sure.
So, much like I did with you at the beginning of this episode, what he did is everyone sat one at a time and he exposed them to various different stimuli. So to start, he had people listen to jazz music. He read passages from the Bible at them. He had them tell a lie. And every time they did these things, he would take photographs of them with their faces all marked up. So after being exposed to this first round, he was rather unhappy with his results. He had a picture in his head of what he wanted to see, and he wasn't seeing that. So he decided that he was going to turn it up a notch.
Sounds like he's looking for confirmation, and that's confirmation bias. That's
100%. So, unbeknownst to the people in the room, he lit off a firecracker underneath their chair.
Oh my God.
So the loud noise would startle them.
Did he anybody? Did anyone have like a heart attack?
No, thankfully.
Okay. Continue.
They were tricked into smelling ammonia, which is very unpleasant. They were told that they needed to divulge unpleasant secrets from their pasts. And then they were shown images of people with horrific medical skin conditions.
Oh, no.
And again, he took a picture after every time. He goes through the photos and he goes, I'm still not getting what I think I should be getting. We need to turn it up a notch.
Nope.
So now what he did is he told everyone without looking to stick their hands in buckets. And in the buckets were live frogs. So people were like, oh, that's gross. And then once they got over that, he goes, okay, keep digging. There's something at the bottom. Would you like to guess what was at the bottom of the buckets?
Was it alive?
No, not in the way that it is human or animal.
I don't have the slightest clue. What was it?
It was live electrical wires.
What?
So once they got past the frogs, they found the wires and they got shot.
Oh my God. How do you even like come up with that as the method of testing? Like,
so obviously participants were shocked figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
He also played noises of scraping metal in order to I know. And he showed highly graphic images of pornography.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is what I was gonna do to you, but I'm like, let's keep it somewhat PG, which is why I chose the blurred out image I selected. So again, after all of this, he's shocking people, he's basically torturing people.
Yes.
He was not getting the real emotion that he wanted. He felt like they were holding back or something was missing. So he again turned it up a little bit.
Okay.
So what he did. Do you have any guess of what his final stunt was?
I feel
which
like
is what made him infamous.
He probably like cut a finger off of each one or something.
Close.
Oh my God.
he had the participants put their hands out, and in the left hand was a mouse, a live mouse.
Okay.
In the right hand was a knife.
Did he make
He told the participants, you need to cut the head off of the mouse. You need to decapitate the mouse.
I would be like, I'm out. I volunteered for this? Like,
that is a normal reaction. Most people were like, are you joking? Like, is this the reaction? Like, you just want to see what my face makes when you tell me this. You're not going to actually make me do it. Like, that's crazy. I'm not doing it. And he went, that's cool. That's your opinion. You do it or I will do it in front of you.
Oh.
So, 15 out of the 21 people, sadly and reluctantly, decapitated these live mice, and then the remaining 6 people, Landis did it for them, in front of them.
Oh my God.
The 21 mice lost their lives.
He would not be a scientist in this day and age. The ethics issues are off the charts.
So after all of this, he still didn't get what he wanted.
So I'm really starting to wonder if this dude doesn't understand what emotions are supposed to look like, because what are his results?
So I don't know specifically what he was thinking, but the reactions he got throughout the entire process, mostly ending with the mice situation, was that when faced with this stressful situation, some people froze, some people laughed, some people cried. The 13-year-old boy cried because he had to either kill or watch a mouse be killed in front of him.
At everything. That's my natural stress response.
I laugh. And then other people like cussed him out. They went into like a fit of rage. So out of all of these, that's 5 different emotions. He was expecting one universal emotion for each action or each emotion that he wanted.
Yeah.
So he was pissed when people weren't giving him what he wanted. So after the 3 hours of being mind-fucked and literally tortured, Landis walked away with basically a failed experiment. He had presumed that the universal facial expressions had each emotion, but what he found was that every person reacts differently to stimuli and stress and being upset, and that emotions were far more complex than anyone at that time had given credit to.
Mm-hmm.
So some key conclusions to his experiment were that there are no typical facial expressions accompanying any particular emotion. Emotions are not characterized by typical expressions or reoccurring patterns of muscle behavior, which is what he was trying to prove. Like, if you are disgusted, like your cheeks go back and your lip curls or something like that. He wanted a definitive pattern every single time, and he didn't find that. He found that asymmetrical body reactions almost never occurred.
Oh, okay.
And that men were more expressive than women, which I found actually very shocking.
I'm not surprised. They always say that we're the problem. It's because they've been projecting their issues onto women for thousands of years.
True. So more importantly, this infamous study started making people ask about research ethics and maybe blind obedience to authority.
Yeah.
So this experiment is linked with both the Stanford prison experiment, which we covered, and the Milford experiment, which was on Law and Order SVU, if you don't know, where basically a scientist, I don't even know if he was real or not, told people that they needed to press a button that would electrically shock the person in the room next to them.
Right.
And either they do it or he's going to do it. And I think every single one of them, except maybe one, did it. Obviously, no one was actually being shocked, but they believed that they were. So in the 1950s, so like 30 years later, a man named Paul Ekman did an actual ethical study and experiment. And he discovered that micro expressions are recognizable and that they are universal for the most part among everyone. So that includes happiness, anger, fear, disgust, sadness, surprise, and contempt. So even though your entire face may not look identical, there are micro expressions that you make without even knowing that are universal, and that's what people pick up on
Yeah.
if you were to show someone, like, a still image or something. If you can capture that micro expression, that's what everyone will be able to
Got it.
pinpoint an emotion with.
Okay.
And then so if this, interests you, there's a TV show, it's on Hulu and Tubi, it's called Lie to Me. Did you ever watch that?
No, but I've heard of it.
Oh, it was so good. I watched it when it, like, first came out. It was on, like, USA, I think. It's about this guy who is a scientist, and he's, like, kind of a genius, I don't know, but he has spent his entire life studying micro expressions and body language, so he gets, like, hired by different people to see if someone's telling a lie or not. It's a very good show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that is the Carney Landis facial expression experiment.
That's so interesting.
I thought so. People are fucking crazy.
Yes.
And then apparently after this, that did not derail his career. He died at 65, so he died young.
Oh.
But he went on to like go into like sexual, not like gross, but like he studied sexual patterns and sexual willingness of people with disabilities. And
Oh.
so, like, he was, like, a renowned psychologist for that, but people, like, tend to just kinda gloss over the fact that he, like, killed 21 mice.
And tortured people mentally in the process.
And tortured 21 people
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. My
Mhm.
goodness. No, that was actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Um, and it's funny that, of course, you nailed every single, expression of mine that you predicted it so well. That's
I know.
great.
Oh,
Um,
I know you just did your notes,
yeah.
but do you have any idea of what you wanna cover next time?
I do not have the slightest clue.
That's
I
fine.
have to rage clean some areas of the house today, and this week and next week, so maybe that will, inspire me in some way.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, cool.
and then also, it's a new month, it's June. Book
Mhm.
club, we're reading a new book. We have not been consistent
Okay.
about listing the book that
No, I
we're
totally
reading.
forgot.
Yeah, but I'm actively listening to it right now, and I'm, like, halfway through, so
I'm reading it now. I like it so
yeah,
far.
for anyone who's interested, it's called The Measure, and it's by Nikki Ehrlich. It's very interesting so far.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
yes.
read
Oh,
along with us.
what was that? Oh, read along with us, yes.
I said, "So, yeah, read along with us."
But always looking for new topic suggestions because I never know what I'm gonna do until the very last moment. That looked amazing.
War.
Oh, I just
Mm.
flashed back to that moment, at Christmas when we were in your kitchen and the shotgun.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. We have not used that since.
Can't see why. Don't wanna get waterboarded by alcohol.
It, like, bruised the back of my throat.
Try
Maybe when
explaining
you come visit, we'll bust it out.
There you go. Try explaining that to the dentist. But
Oh my gosh.
but yes, so, reach out to us on our various social media platforms. Send us a good old-fashioned email at crackssistersconspiracies@gmail.com. But with that, I'm
Mm.
gonna say, stay cracked, y'all.
And have a great day.